Eagle, and we are back with another episode of the Forsyth Magazines podcast. And today I have Angelia Cornatzer with the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber. She's the Communication and Events Coordinator.
Yes.
Hey, Angelia.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Brooke.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it's so good to be here.
Yeah, so Angelia, I also know because she has written for the magazines before for several years.
Yeah, I love my Forsyth Magazines.
Yeah, she's a great writer. And
Thank
the Lewisville-Clemmons
you.
Chamber is lucky to have her.
Thank you. I feel the same way about the Chamber. I'm so blessed to have them, and it's been a great time.
So tell us a little bit about the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber. What drew you to that organization?
Yes. So I actually moved here from Nashville, Tennessee 3 years ago, and I literally still had moving boxes in my car, and I called Denise. I just looked up Clemmons Chamber of Commerce, and the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber came up. And I knew that when moving to a new community for professional and personal reasons, I wanted to get so involved. So that was 3 years ago. I had coffee with Denise and joined the chamber that day before I even unpacked, moving here and everything. And since then, I've just seen so much value in the connection and the community and education and the leadership that you really get to learn and be a part of through the chamber. And so I was a chamber member, like I said, for a couple years, and then this opportunity came available, and it's just been amazing. So I've been in this role since March of this year.
Awesome. So already more than 6 months.
Yeah, I know. It's not so new anymore.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. It flies by.
So what does your role consist of? Obviously, event planning.
Yes, yeah.
Some social media.
Oh, yeah. All the social media, content, podcasts, actually. All sorts of things on our website and emails and any kind of communication that you get from the chamber. We really love to do that as well as we can. And also with the events, I always hear that we're such a relational chamber. Mm-hmm. And I think all of that really starts with our events. So the connection and the networking that we provide for people. I mean, even this morning, I've been at a couple things already with networking events. And so as far as chamber exclusive events, we've got our monthly chamber meeting, but we have guests visit that all the time. We love to have people check it out. We've got our leads groups. We've got 2 on Wednesday, 1 on Thursday, 1 on Tuesday monthly now. Another one bi-weekly on Thursday on Zoom. So there's any kind of opportunity you're looking for, we have it with connection and networking. And we've got social club actually Thursday of this week. So just tons of opportunities to connect.
Awesome. And I'm sure a common misconception is that you have to be in Lewisville or Clemmons to be a member, and that is definitely not the case. There's plenty of business owners that have businesses in Winston and Davie and surrounding areas.
I mean, even people in Raleigh. And I mean, I think of it as if you would benefit from having connection in Lewisville-Clemmons, then this is
That's
place
a good
for
way
you.
to put it.
Yeah. You don't have to be based in Lewisville-Clemmons.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a pretty large chamber. You would think, since it is a smaller town, that it might not be big, but it's big, but it's not. And I know this because I used to be very involved with them, but it's not too big. So it's still an intimate group where you really can build some great relationships.
Yeah, it's the perfect size because you get to meet new people every time, but you can also have those deep relationships. So it's a good size to mix and mingle and have those, long-term deep friendships.
So if you were interested in attending a meeting as a guest, how would you go about that?
Yeah, so you can send me an email. It's Angelia@Lewisville-Clemmons.com.
Okay.
Or you can register yourself online. If you go to our calendar and look at the next chamber meeting, then you can sign yourself up there.
And the chamber meetings are the second Tuesday?
Yep, second Tuesday of the month.
They're at the Broyhill Center in Clemmons.
Yes. Yeah, the historic Broyhill. It's a lunch meeting, and so that's our main meeting of the month. And then we've got the leads group, social club, tons of business before and after hours, ribbon cuttings. All those are kind of sprinkled in there. So
what does a chamber meeting, a lunch meeting kind of look like?
Yeah. So right now it's been really cool because our word of the year is impact. And so our current president, Kristen, she has been opening the meeting with a impact moment. So she really inspires us and encourages us and challenges us professionally and personally in our businesses. And then after that, we have, obviously networking before that. Then we have our keynote speaker, who is always a really awesome time to learn from somebody who has been through what you're going through as a business owner or knows something that could be of value to you as a business owner. or leader in the community. So we have a time of them speaking. We have door prizes and infomercials, and we have a sponsor of the month that you get to hear from. So there's tons of really awesome people you get to hear from at a monthly chamber meeting.
Very cool. And I know the chamber, I always love how good they are about really listening to the members and doing lots of surveys to get feedback on what the members want to hear as far as from keynote speakers, what topics are important to them. So definitely lots of topics if you're a small business. You don't have to be a small business owner, but lots of good opportunities for small business owners.
Yes. Yeah. And we're excited. We're actually finishing up planning 2025 speakers. So we'll have that for everybody to see. And
I know Denise likes to work ahead.
That's right. She does not go behind on anything. We've got it going on in that chamber office.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's been great.
So the new event, the first year it's happening, that's what we're talking about today, is a pickleball tournament.
Yes.
Pickleball has taken the world by storm. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Fastest growing sport in the world.
My boyfriend is absolutely addicted. He plays every single day.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I like it, but not on that level.
Yeah. He's that's how I feel like pickleball players are. You either kind of like it or you are all
obsessed.
It's everything to you. And so I love that. And that's why, we wanted to bring an amazing event to that community and to those who are just starting out. So we even have a beginner's bracket in our tournament.
Okay.
Which is kind of rare. You feel like you hear tournament and you're like, oh, I need to be.
You're like, oh, I'm not ready for that.
Right. But we want to make this really beginner friendly as well as those advanced players. It's a place for everybody to come. So
tell us how the pickleball tournament, first when it is and kind of how it's going to work.
Yeah. So it's going to be September 21st.
Okay.
It's an all-day event. It's a Saturday. It's going to be hosted at Forsyth Country Day School in Lewisville. And so a big part of our heart behind this was to bring a big public-facing event to Lewisville because we are the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber, and we have different events throughout the year, but we wanted to have something really focused in Lewisville on Lewisville businesses and things like that. And we've got that Lewisville pickleball court, Joni Mosier, right down the road. So, but yeah, it's going to be there, and it's going to be an indoor tournament, which is really rare for tournaments because, when you have that many people coming to something, having a facility that can handle that is really valuable. So we've got these really great courts indoor at Forsyth Country Day School, and we're actually doing it in partnership with the Winston-Salem Pickleball Club. So that's been really cool to get their expertise and their influence on all of our planning and how we're going to execute things. So we're going to have 6 courts, and we've got the option of morning or afternoon play. Okay. We've got the brackets that I mentioned with beginner, intermediate, advanced, and those have the number skill rankings as well. So, people may or may not know their skill ranking. They can kind of look that up and go with whatever they feel comfortable with.
I've just recently learned about the whole ranking system.
Yes.
You got your 3 O's and your 3 5s, and I think 5 is the best, 5.0.
Oh, yeah. That's your full-time professional.
Yeah. And then you have your 0.1, which would be me.
Yes. 0.001. That's probably me too. Yeah. I just love it for the fun of it. I'm not that good at it.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. If you look over here, this.
I don't know, Tim. You might be good at it. For me, it's the lack of hand-eye coordination. Yeah. I didn't play sports growing up. I did, some cheerleading and some cross country and stuff. And I can do some CrossFit, but there's no balls involved.
Nothing's flying at you.
Yeah.
No.
Let's just say I'm lazy, and I would be actually probably the first ever 0.00000.
Well, it's funny. So my boyfriend Gavin, who's addicted to it, he is learning very quickly that it is not all about how athletic you are.
Right.
There have been some men in their 50s who are crushing him.
Oh yeah.
And it's very humbling.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, wait a second. How are these guys so good?
Yes. I think that's the beauty of the sport is that it's so accessible to anybody.
Yep.
And you can be as intense or as fun with it as you want to. It's such a social sport, too. And so part of our tournament is doubles. We're going to have doubles brackets. So men's doubles, women's doubles, or mixed doubles.
So is it all doubles or are there singles in the tournament?
It's all doubles.
Okay.
It's a doubles tournament. So we wanted to do that to really just bring out the community part of it. Yeah. So whether you want to just come have a fun day with some friends or meet some new friends. And
you sign up with your partner, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's not random.
Right. It's not random. If you are on the fence about who are you going to play with, we've had some of that. I just tell them, fill it out, and you tell me your teammate's name later on, and that's totally good too.
Okay. So how do we go about signing up for the tournament?
Yeah, so we have a really easy link. It's Lewisville-Clemmons.com/pickleball2024.
Okay.
And you can sign up there, you register, and I'm not sure when this is going to air, but this week we have 20% off This first week of August, we have 20% off of the signups.
Very cool.
Because it is National Pickleball Day on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I did not know that.
8th.
August 8th,
Yep.
National Pickleball Day.
Yeah.
That's when this one will come out.
That's
is
perfect.
August 8th.
Well, then today's the day. Sign up today. Get 20% off your registration.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we're really excited.
So, you said you have male, female, you have mixed, so you could sign up with another guy, another girl, or guy, girl.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
So it'll be split up by like beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and by gender.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, there'll be a men's double, beginner, intermediate, advanced, women's double, and mixed double for those same.
Okay.
three. So there's lots of opportunities, and some people are even playing multiple brackets. So they want to play with. This lady wants to play with her girlfriend, and then she also wants to play with her husband. They sign up in both brackets.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Wonder if she signed up in the same division for both.
I know.
Or if her husband's better than her girlfriend, or
maybe
vice versa.
he'll bring her up a little bit, or she'll bring her up a little. You never
That's
know.
Funny. And so I'm assuming you can also come and spectate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have some really cool sweet trucks that, have different sweets and treats and things like that. It's going to be a really family-friendly event. Our players are going to be 14 and up, but you can bring the whole family out. We're going to have vendors set up that may be of use to you and your family. It'd be cool for you to connect with them. So local businesses as well, if you're interested in being a part of this event, we have some spots for you too. So
And you said it's an all-day affair.
yeah, all day indoor. So we don't have to pray for sunshine. We know it'll be fine either way.
That is honestly a good move because as a fellow event planner, it can be very stressful when you have to depend on the weather.
Yeah, then you have to have a rain day and all that. So we're just going to go big and have it all inside, rain or shine. It's going to be a great tournament.
That's awesome. So Pickleball Tournament, this is the first year that y'all have done this.
It is, yes.
What are some of the other events that Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber does throughout the year?
Yeah, so actually this month we are going to have a lunch and learn with creating profitable promotions with Taryn Jerez. And
love Taryn.
Yes, she's amazing. We're going to have that at the end of August. We've got our monthly chamber meeting, our leads groups, like I said, our social club. So that's a bi-monthly time of just open networking. We're going to have it at the Playground Golf and Sports Bar this week.
And they have food now, I heard.
They do have food.
Yeah.
Their kitchen's open. I've heard their pizzas are really good.
Okay.
So I'm going to try that Thursday. And we've got lunch and learns throughout the year. We've got different opportunities like Entre Leadership, which is a conference that we bring into the Broyhill. We simulcast. It's a Dave Ramsey event. So tons of national, international known leaders. We're just always looking for ways to help the community and the business leaders grow and thrive and connect. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you're interested in trying out the chamber, come check out one of their luncheons.
Definitely.
And I'm sure Angelia would be happy to answer any questions that you have about the chamber.
Yeah.
But it's a very, in my opinion, minimal investment for a big return for getting to know other business owners and just, doing all the networking.
Oh, yeah. I had a member talk to me this week, and they said, I can't believe we get all of these benefits for this price. Yeah. And in our upcoming, we release a little packet with different benefits and details and stuff. And we've actually broken it down to what do you pay weekly, monthly, and some of the memberships are worth a cup of coffee a week. And you think about all that can, come for your business through this investment. It's really, not to be biased, because I was a chamber member before I worked here, but it's just an incredible opportunity.
It is, and I like that it's kind of, that makes it all inclusive. So you don't feel like you have to be, you can be a pretty new business and still be able to afford the chamber.
Right, for sure.
And there's lots of different levels, membership levels.
Yeah.
And you can kind of reevaluate year to year and see if you want to bump up to a different level.
Yeah. Depending on what you're looking for with benefits and what would be most beneficial for your business, it's a really cool thing to get invested in and see the impact in your life and your business through it. So
yeah. Well, where can we find Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber on social media?
Yeah. So Lewisville-Clemmons.com. And then we're Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. And I'm sure you're posting updates and things like that about the pickleball tournament and about all of your upcoming events.
Yeah, we've got that going on. We've also got, if you go to Lewisville-Clemmons.com/calendar, you can see all of our upcoming events, which is a great place to look. And stay tuned, because in October, we're going to have an event called Check Out the Chamber. So if you're interested in hearing more about the chamber, this kind of sparked your interest, we would love to have you at that event.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, September 21st, it'll be here before we know it.
I know, almost 1 month.
Yeah. Is there a ticket fee to attend as an attendee?
No, okay, you just hang out.
Nice little free family-friendly day.
Yes, definitely.
Love it. Well, we gave Angelia's email address, so feel free to reach out to her or check out that website to get signed up for the Pickleball Tournament. And we will see you on September 21st.
That sounds good. See you then.
Yeah. And as always, you can find Forsyth Mags online, forsythmags.com, and on Instagram @ForsythMags. And if you enjoyed this episode, or if you've ever enjoyed a Forsyth Mags podcast episode, we would love it if you would leave us a rating or a review. And that's a wrap for today. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.